We are in West Pokot, a county in northwestern Kenya, some 500 kilometers from the capital, Nairobi. Masol Secondary School is the only high school in a 700-kilometer radius, serving a population of about 17,000 people. Students often have to travel very long distances to get to school, and many of them have had to abandon their education. But access to school is likely to improve soon because residents have just voted to prioritize the construction of a new high school. The county has entered into a memorandum of understanding with the government to support secondary school education in the county.
With the strong county government support, enable us construct the borehole, which is 320 feet deep, and it has a flow rate of 30,000 liters per hour. This borehole has helped the community at large and the school. The community members could travel to a distance of around 15 kilometers to access water from Kerio River. With the increase in the number of students in the school, there is need to increase the piping system, the capacity of the pump, and the solar panels, so the community can access water from outside the school compound.
West Pokot is one of 5 counties in Kenya currently implementing participatory budgeting.
Participatory budgeting is where citizens get to decide on their priorities for a given portion of the government public budget. When governments implement projects that are decided on by citizens, there's greater ownership by citizens of those projects, and their involvement leads to better development results.
In Kenya, county governments are required by law to involve their citizens in planning, budgeting, and monitoring of service delivery. With the introduction of participatory budgeting, the county governments allocate a portion of their development budget for projects that will be identified and eventually selected by the community itself. Budget meetings are also held closer to where the communities are in order to allow for greater participation.
The women, and maybe because of their culture, the women were not really participating in those processes, and in most cases, even now, sometimes when they come into those forums, the women will sit somewhere separate and will not really speak a lot. But through this participatory budgeting process, one of the things we did was to encourage those facilitators to make sure that they probe the women to say something. It was a slow start, but as soon as the first one spoke, then there will be 3-4 more who are willing to say something, and in most cases then they would get very excited. And so I would say through the participatory budgeting process, women's voice were heard.
North of the capital, Nairobi, Baringo County is embracing another kind of inclusive engagement. For the first time, the county facilitated the engagement of persons with disability in the budget meetings.
Hii tumefurahia sana kwa sababu ni mara yetu ya kwanza. Tumepatana hata na ministers ambaye wengi hawajui na chief executive wengi hawajui, so tumefurahia sana.
Priorities raised by the persons with disabilities included the construction of early childhood centers with learning facilities for special needs children, facilitating services for the blind and deaf persons at local health centers, and provision of tools of trade to support their livelihood.
Today we have seen more of citizen voice, where the final word or the final decision maker is the citizen, who is the taxpayer in this country.
Makueni, a county in eastern Kenya, is also finding innovative ways of delivering services to citizens. For the first time, after receiving the list of priority projects, the county conducted technical evaluation to determine their feasibility prior to the citizens' final decisions. Previously, technical evaluation was conducted after the public participation process was concluded.
The technical guys, of course, if need be, like for the case of water, they have to tell us that this place needs a number of pipes, or this place needs this much to be done, or this is not possible. The community is suggesting for this thing, but then it's not possible, so we have to like focus on maybe give them an alternative or ask for an alternative.
In order to promote inclusivity on their end, officials in Makueni County organized separate meetings for some of the more marginalized groups. The youth, persons living with HIV/AIDS, and representatives of orphans and vulnerable children all had the opportunity to select their own priorities.
I think I said, talent. Okay. Let's talk about the film. Not on now, can go to the film production. Again, I think I'm a producer. I'm being geeky. You guys regal in America, in the studio. Don't do Nike and Makoga Magaga. No matter neither may equivalent, Magaga, Magaga, may equivalent, Magaga studio.
This year, what I have liked is the way we have been able to handle the groups along the thematic areas. That we were able to sit them together, and the people are able to brainstorm their issues and appreciate the diversity, like listening to the people living with HIV and then coming to listen to the youth. They are two worlds altogether.
We've been to some of the remotest communities. We're anticipating to see the outcomes of what citizens decided actually being implemented, and them saying, I participated in ensuring that there was a dispensary in this place, that we could get access, closer access to maternal health care, that we now have access to clean water. And these are some of the issues that have been affecting those communities.
Kwa county kuinvolve watu kama kwa kijiji kama hizi kwa hii public participation ilikuwa ni mzuri. Kwa sababu hapo awali hatukuweko na barabara ama hatukuweko na borehole. Watu walikuwa wanahangaika kwa ajili ya maji. Hasa vile wali-involve kila mtu kwa participation ya serikali. Hasa ndio watu wakakubali kujadiliana yale matatizo ambao wako nao kwa ground.